All right. Finally! Oh gosh. After
Finally,
a whole day of at least like 4 hours of adjusting lights.
Sure.
Maybe that's why people pay photographers to do this thing and videographers.
Self-made.
Very independent. Very independent people.
Okay, I
Okay.
don't know now from where,
Where to
begin,
start?
where to start.
All
where
right,
to
so
begin.
I'll tell you. I've
Yeah.
got the book ready.
Yes.
It's not that book. Okay. Let's start. Hi guys, I am Sonal Sharma.
And I'm Shreya Shanker.
And and this is the Long Lost Sisters.
No,
and we are the Long Lost
We are
Sisters.
the
I was
Long
saying
Lost
it.
Sisters.
Hi guys, this is Sonal Sharma.
This is Shreya Shanker.
And we are the Long Lost Sisters. Now it's the Long Lost Sisters. It's not like हम कोई कुंभ के मेले में बिछड़ गए थे and we are the Long Lost Sisters. But we've like our paths have always intertwined so much, and like the universe has always gotten us together some way or the other in some of the most incredible,
very organically also, I would say.
Absolutely.
Like our stars have always aligned. That, I mean, we usually feel that we definitely have been sisters in our past lives.
Definitely.
And that's why the Long Lost Sisters.
Welcome to the Long Lost Sisters pod. So I remember we met for the first time in 2015. And we were still youngies. We were in college.
Youngies.
I was already in college. Yeah, we're still youngies, but like
we were kiddies.
Yeah. And you had come to check out the army hostel that I was already living in. So there was this army hostel, Diamond Ava.
Oh my god, Diamond Ava.
Yeah, in Mumbai. And you had come to check it out with your mom, and your mom was the one who kind of introduced us, and she was like, she's going to be coming into the same college. So
are you also from NMIMS?
And interestingly, at the time I was the HOD of the fashion community. I take great pride in that, and and so when I looked at her, she was gorgeous, obviously, and tall, and like had a personality, like you have like this confidence about yourself. I was like, so even before they approached me, in my head I'm already thinking that I want her on my fashion committee, because I was
you already started thinking about that?
Yeah, I was already thinking that because I was already given that position. So my next job was to find people, and as soon as I saw you, I was like, she's perfect. Like I was like thinking like a Sushmita said already. Honestly, not kidding.
That's like a huge compliment.
Because you had that personality, right? And I was like, okay. But of course, I didn't mention it at the time because who does?
And then I remember meeting you. So yeah, this is actually really funny. So right after the first day, we all wanted to join these clubs, like drama club, fashion club. So I naturally wanted to be a part of the fashion society.
Naturally.
And I remember we all were entering. So me and a few of my friends, we entered the room for the fashion society's like auditions. And when I entered, they just showed us that she's the HOD, and they said, she's the HOD, and I said, oh, okay, who's the HOD? And then Sonal. And I looked at you, and I was like, oh, Sonal. So to all my friends, I was like, Arey, Sonal, ye to, isko to main...
Oh my god.
Like, to apni hai, isse kya audition, ye to apni hai, Sonal.
Right. It's like, Arey, to mera bhai hai. Like,
I did not even remember your name. I remember the day I met you in Diamond Ava hostel. I do not remember your name exactly.
Yeah.
I think my mom remembered it, but when I saw you in class over there, I said, Sonal.
Yeah, but like,
apna ho jayega.
And clearly ho hi gaya, because of course she was brilliant, when you came in. And
but you were the sweetest. I remember you were the sweetest. You were so sweet the way you were asking questions. I remember you were trying to take our interviews, like, you were trying to be like, let's see if they're confident or not. But I was like, I think army connection, obviously she'll take me.
Yeah, I think because exactly, we had always had like all of these invisible connections as well.
Yeah.
No, it was actually not invisible connections, but there were a lot of like similar things about us that made an invisible connection that just, gradually just kept getting better.
Yeah.
That's what I felt. But
college, then of course, then college.
And do you remember? We used to go for these. So we used to go for like so as the fashion committee, we were like about 10, 15, 10, 12 people, girls,
Yeah,
boys, both.
yeah.
And we would go for these competitions, okay, like college fests. And we went to Symbiosis Pune for a college fest. And so our fashion shows were not your typical fashion shows. They used to be a full-fledged like skit. Like, it was amazing. We were dressed like, amazingly.
Basically,
It used to be a music.
A musical.
It used to be a musical. Shout
Yeah.
out to Farid
Farid
sir.
sir, yes.
He used to,
He was our choreographer
Yeah.
and coach and everything that you can think of. Director, choreographer, everybody.
Exactly. He used to put
Yeah.
on these amazing shows. And I remember for Symbiosis Pune, the cast of Sonu Ke Titu Ki Sweetie had come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to watch, audition, to judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, you guys are like amazing, because, we
even
always
then won awards at
Yeah,
every
we
single
always-
fest that we went to.
Yeah,
we
that-
always won the fashion award. Like our college was so sure कि यार चलो इनसे
Fashion
तो
में तो आ
आएगा ही,
जाएगा.
इनसे तो मिल ही जाएगा first prize.
Yeah. Because it used
So-
to be like musicals, it
yeah.
wasn't just a fashion show. There was,
Yeah.
and the music used to be Lalish and all of that, and there used to be lifts and everything, like
Yeah.
proper like lifts and everything. So yeah, and the best part was that we came in even then, and this is like 2015,
Yeah.
and even then we came in all shapes and sizes. That fashion committee.
Yeah.
There were people who were short, there were people who were skinny, not so skinny, and a little bit on the chubbier side also. And it was,
I feel like never really mattered. We never looked at
Yeah.
it like that.
yeah,
Like nowadays how we're all like being woke about inclusivity and
Yeah.
everything, but I think at that we were really
already
inclusive
quite
already.
inclusive. Exactly.
Yeah,
And I think that's what even the judges probably liked about it.
probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I would like to think so.
It was more about the aura, the confidence,
Yeah.
and how you're carrying yourself rather
Yeah.
than who's carrying it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think even when I was like looking for people in the in the auditions and stuff for the guys, it's still NMIMS NMIMS Mumbai's fashion committee. We're not talking about Lakme Fashion Week yet.
Yeah.
But like even when I was looking for people there at the time, I was still looking for like good people, generically like good people I could
I
work
get what
with.
you mean.
And I think, and all of us were like decent people, like good people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I started moving out of college, right? Like I had
Yeah,
just
and
eventually passed.
Actually, funny story that I think was one of the reasons why we are where we are today. I remember, I think it was a birthday or something. It was your last year, my second year. So it's a third year, second year. You were passing out, and I think it was one of the last, birthday parties or something that we were out for.
I was
and-
passing out of. I was graduating from college, not
From
passing
college.
out on my birthday.
No, I mean passing out of college, graduating from college.
Graduating
Yeah,
from my college.
graduating from college.
Yeah.
So I remember we all went out for the birthday or somebody's birthday. I don't remember exactly. And so very jokingly, I think we had this conversation, and we both were like all about when you get emotional and you're like, I'm gonna miss you. You were amazing, and you go on that track. So we started talking about all of that, and I remember you saying that, Shreya, it's so amazing. I feel like we both should live out our Miss India dream.
Oh.
You can be Sushmita Sen, I can be Aishwarya. I think we were very sure. I think we should definitely do our Miss India dream.
But like I have to tell you, I always thought that you had Sush energy. Right? I always thought that you had like Sush
Yeah, that's why you outrightly said that you think you can be Sushmita. And I was like, and of course, I could see that in you. I could for sure see, because both of us in the fashion community, both of us, I think it was just the two of us who kept thinking that, dude, we are meant for something so much bigger, so much bigger.
Yeah.
I could see that in you. That's why when we said we can be Ash and Sush, it'd be so cool if we can be like that. And we were just joking about it very casually. We were saying, oh my God, it'd be so cool if you're Ash and I'm Sush, and we can be, those Miss Indias.
Yeah.
And cut to
2019,
we were in the same Femina FBB colors,
Femina Miss India 2019 batch.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So, like, I remember that you had come to my place to attend the Cocoaberry pageant coaching.
Yes.
And that when you came over, like, of course, you had like this a week-long thing, and you just wanted to stay somewhere. And I think I was the only friend in Mumbai that you knew, and you wanted to. So I was like, of course, like
that also I feel is so like aligned, because from my batch, after graduating like a year later, I think from my batch, I did not have anybody in Bombay. Nobody was working in Bombay at the moment. Like you can imagine, I could have had any of my classmates living there, but nobody was
Yeah.
there, and that's why in some way
Yeah.
you were living in Bombay, and I was like, listen, I need to come live in Bombay. And yeah, another story, because I also did not, I had another story. I was like, chalo theek hai, college khatam ho raha hai, but I don't want to sit for placements. I want to do something else. I just want to like just try out a little thing in my life. I didn't even tell my parents that I'm not sitting for any placements.
Wow.
They thought I've sat for every placement, and I said, nahi, kuch mila nahi, kuch mila nahi. My dad's like, kya hua? Because I was very excited about when my friends got jobs. I kept telling, isko mil gaya, and Papa said, tumhe kuch mein? Ki nahi, Papa, I think.
And he must be in disbelief that
yeah.
Shreya is not one of those who.
My GPA was nice.
Yeah.
Like, iska to matlab, हम तो graduation पे गए थे, सब अच्छा था, like what's wrong?
Yeah.
I think नहीं कुछ मिला नहीं. So I was at home for 1-2 months. My friends had started working, and so then I asked Dad, can I please go? But before that, I checked, is there anybody in Bombay? Who do I live with? And that's when I figured that you live in Bombay.
Right.
You lived in Bombay. I was like, okay, I can easily live with Sonal. So I asked Mom and Dad. They were like very excited. Like, yeah, sure, why not go ahead?
Yeah.
That also is a very good thing that they were easily. Yeah. They were like, yeah, go ahead for the coaching.
Army connection, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I came over to yours, and can you imagine? Coincidentally, you were staying 5 minutes away from the coaching center.
I know, that was like the craziest part. I was like, he was right there, and I had no idea.
To the coaching center, and you had been there for a year, I think.
Yeah, because I was already working by then. Because I mean, I also didn't sit for my college placements, because I was like, la di da di da. I will see what I want to do when I want to do it, and then I was like, okay, now I am jobless. And I'm not even doing anything. So then I eventually like gave some interviews here and there, and then I got a job, and I was working for a year, and oh my god, you will not believe it, I have put on at least like 10 to 15 kgs.
I saw you,
right? Yeah. Like I had put on like 10 to 15 kgs, and I have no issues with it, and I'm like and you know, the thing is, it's not about put on 10 to 15 kgs, not trying to be skinny, but I have put on 10 to 15 kgs of unhealthy weight, because I am like eating, and I'm like having aerated drinks.
Oh yeah, it's not because of health issues. It was just because Sonal wanted to eat.
Just like chillax and life, you know, because
eat on
YOLO.
Unhealthy,
yeah. So yeah, whatever. So I was like, okay. But when I saw you, and like you were so motivated, and you actually inspired me. I was like, okay, she's actually doing it.
Yeah.
And that was so inspiring, and I'm like, okay. And
I remember telling you, why don't you just go for it? It's like a 14-day thing, just do it.
Yeah, and the thing is, I was thinking about it. It's not like it had left my mind, and it was already in my plan. But I think when I must have when you must have come over, and I must have seen there is a sort of path. There is a way of doing it. You can't just, because otherwise, you know, as a 20-year-old girl or 21-year-old girl, you're a bit lost. You're like, okay, now what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go for a pageant training session? And no one knows the path. I think
it's also because of our backgrounds. Like, we're from defense backgrounds, but we're like middle class or upper middle class.
Yeah, like people. That and range.
If you've seen both our families, everybody's studious. Everybody thinks of a job, doctor, engineer. So basic chalta hai. And uske baad, now obviously at our time there were multiple other kind of jobs, but then we always had the job mentality, and we never thought that, you know, that is a dream that can be achievable.
Right.
Like that
it's always a dream.
It's always a dream.
Not an achievable dream.
Like when I also was taking the coaching, I was just taking the coaching because I was like, I want to go back to Bombay. Yeah. I'll try and get a job somewhere, but kar lete. This is fun. I want to apply once at least.
Right.
And
I stayed back in Bombay. Like, I found a job because our parents at the time were in Delhi. My parents were in Delhi.
Yeah, my dad was posted in Pathankot.
Right.
Pathankot, yes.
So basically, they were not in Mumbai. And I think I specifically got a job in Mumbai. First of all, I loved the city. My friends, a lot of my friends were here, but also because I wanted to stay in Mumbai because I still wanted to pursue that dream. but
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how,
Yeah.
basically.
I think you just needed somebody to show you the path.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
somehow you had already, you knew, okay, there's a way of doing it, and it's
Yeah.
through Cocoaberry.
This was 2018
Yeah.
end. I remember I went for the batch in August, I think. Shout out to Alicia ma'am and Anjali ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Alicia
Thank you
ma'am
so
and
much.
Anjali ma'am,
Yes,
Cocoaberry.
thank you.
So I left my job. I took about 3 months to, really
Yeah,
get
after that
fit.
coaching, I went back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, to apply. And then I think.
Yeah, and then I did it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I left my job. I took about like 3 months to kind of get ready for the pageants. Yeah, so I gave my state level auditions from Haryana because I hail from Haryana.
Yeah.
And luckily, I got selected and I was Miss FBB Colors Femina Miss India Haryana 2019.
Oh God. And oh my God, boy, your pictures that came out. So in Miss India, it had like our auditions happened first the north states in the north, then states in the south, then states in the west, and states in the east. So I auditioned from Bihar. So my state was in the east. So your state north came out in January, around Jan Feb, and mine came out in April. But when it came out in Jan, I remember the last picture that I saw, I mean, the last time I saw you, I saw you the way I saw you were.
Yeah.
And after that, I remember you telling me that, yeah, I've gone to the coaching and all, but I would not have expected that 4 mahine mein this woman will become a diva.
Yeah.
Take second, I see your picture flashing on the Miss India website and everything. Ki Miss India. I'm like, I don't think I should apply this year. I don't think I'm going to be winning this. Because Sonal's come this year. This is not my year. Maybe I should go next year. I think I should relax this year.
Little did we know. Little did we know. Yeah.
Yeah. So that happened.
So that happened.
Yeah.
And yeah, so again, the universe played its cards and or whatever, like it's magic.
Yeah.
And
we were in the same
Miss India batch, and we both won our state level competition.
Say that?
Exactly. Like we were in the fashion committee in college. We, like always were like good friends over the years as well. And then
to be selected in the same batch,
Miss India batch, it is rare. Like, of course, it happens every year, and there are like 30 girls, 31 girls every year. But this was just unbelievable because it was like having one of your closest friends in the same batch, in a competition, in like a nationwide competition, and you are a bit scared going into it. You're unsure.
There are millions of girls who apply every year,
and amongst those many people or those many girls, to have like
firstly to get that opportunity to be there, and then to be there together.
It was surreal. It was just like such an amazing experience because a lot of people might think that you don't want to have a friend in a competitive space.
But I remember our college going wild.
Yeah.
Our college going wild. They were like, what? Sonal and Shreya in Miss India together?
Yeah,
like,
it was crazy.
This is next level.
But that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people probably would not like that, or probably some people would not want to have their friend in the same competitive space. But I was just so happy.
I think we were lucky that happened.
We were so lucky to have each other.
We were so
in
lucky,
that space.
So lucky because this is not something you know about. None of our families know about it. Nobody knows about this environment, this industry, how this works. You don't know anybody who's there. Every other girl with you is also 18 to 22, whatever. They're all young. They're all competitive. They're all there. Although our batch was mind-blowing. They were very sweet. We had a mind-blowing batch. But still, I remember there were times when... I would suddenly feel like maybe I did not perform. For example, it's a sub-contest or whatever. I have not performed well. And all I needed was just an eye contact with you. We didn't really have to talk.
Oh, that is so sweet. I'm getting like goosebumps. That's really sweet.
Yeah, I think just to know that you are right there, Like
like even if like we have a bad day, I know like who I can go to and like just like spend some time with, and I'll be fine.
Yeah, like if you feel that you're feeling uncomfortable about a situation or you don't know what to do, and just sometimes like you just want to see that your friend's also going through the same thing or is there. you guys can talk about it. It's like I do not have to worry about calling my parents or be worried like I could cry someday that I'm
Yeah.
missing them or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
I know if I want to talk to someone someday, I know I
Yeah.
can tell Sonal.
I know.
Like
I
Yeah.
exactly, I felt the same way that, I have a friend in this situation where, everyone's competitive, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's amazing. Like what you just said, like I could just look at you and it's beautiful. It really is.
That's true.
Yeah. But like
So cute.
all the girls in our batch though
Very,
were really
very
nice. I know we're just being very
We're being
positive.
very mushy and we're being very
Positive.
cute right now, but it's true.
But it's true.
It's true.
It's
Our
true.
Miss India batch was really nice, and you can
And
ask
you can
every
ask
single
any
girl.
girl.
You
Yeah,
can ask any girl.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it.
Each
And
other.
everybody keeps talking about the 2019 batch. Also, we had so many girls who are doing really well. We're going to talk about that later.
Yeah, we will talk about that later.
Yeah.
You have to tune into our pageant episode.
Oh yes, we can do a pageant episode.
We can do a pageant episode.
Yes. But yeah, everybody's doing so well, and
Yeah.
I remember our batch. Everybody was so helpful. I think who was your roommate?
Nonoi. Yes. So Nonoi was my roommate
She was
because
the
in Mumbai
sweetest.
we were boarding in Mumbai,
Yeah.
and everyone had a roommate.
Hmm.
So my roommate was Nonoi, and she was just a talented, like most beautiful, the nicest, and like just the nicest
I
person,
think
right?
she was just helping every single person out on everything.
So after we were done with the whole day, in the evening, the girls are coming over to our room and they're like, "Nonoi, मेरी threading कर दो please. Nonoi,
ये कैसे fix करूँ?
Nonoi, मेरे भी dress फट गई है, इसको सिल दो." I'm like, amazing.
And I think everybody had that about themselves. Like everybody was very helping.
Helpful, yeah.
Very helpful, very helpful.
Absolutely.
It was a beautiful batch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like we can't say it enough. In like a space like this, people might think that there's a
Yeah.
competitive space. People can be bitchy.
It was competitive, but I think it was
but
very
not
healthy.
bitchy. It
Yeah,
was
it was
not
very healthy.
toxic at all.
Very healthy.
It was very healthy,
Yeah.
and
I think that
we used to laugh
notion-
so much.
The notion that we all have that, oh my god, you're going for a pageant, so girls are going to be bitchy, they're going to do this to you, they're going to sabotage you, and that's the notion that you go with into a pageant because you're not aware of it at all. And those are the kind of stories that you hear, and maybe it might happen like years ago, or I don't know, maybe we were just lucky in our batch, but none of that happened in our batch. Everybody
Yeah.
was so sweet that we kept saying that I don't know why this is happening in your batch, but in our batch nothing happened. Shout
So-
out to
Our pageant girls.
our pageant girls.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shout
we're giving shout outs to everyone. Okay, fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So yeah, that was great. So this was 2019.
So after that, I think after the pageant, like I won Femina Miss India United contest, so I went for my international pageant, which was in South America,
right.
and then so we basically went our different paths.
Different
so I
ways.
went for my international pageant, and I
And
think
soon
you
after,
got into anchoring
Yeah.
immediately right after, and I remember being in such awe because it had been just a month or two, and I was training still for my international. And I see Sonal's like doing sports anchoring. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, I won this.
Yeah,
Like,
actually,
being such sporty girls from an army background, I felt like, oh my god, this is like something that anyone would want to be at that moment.
Yeah, I mean, it happened so quickly for me. The pageant got over,
Yeah.
and within like 2 months, I was already doing some sports presenting and reporting with Star Sports for
Yeah.
the Indian Super League. It
Yeah,
was and it was pretty awesome. I mean, it took a bit of like challenging myself,
Yeah.
but it was pretty great. And especially because COVID hit immediately
Oh,
after
yeah,
that,
right,
probably after
right.
6 to 7 months after a pageant getting over, or maybe
Yeah,
a bit more.
2020 start only.
Yeah, 2020
I remember
beginning.
coming back from my international batch. I came back in I think November, December, and then I remember in India in March our flights got shut. So yeah, in Feb onwards, COVID had hit.
Yeah,
People had started just going back home.
we were back home and everything.
So yeah, we went like in
our
completely
different ways.
our different ways, and obviously we never thought, like, we were always in touch because
Yeah.
we're such good friends. So we were always in touch, but after that we didn't expect ki abhi we'll see, whenever we meet we might meet for work. But then I remember after COVID I came back because I was already renting a place in Bombay, and we were still giving the rent because you don't know when the COVID,
When COVID would stop.
with that
Quarantine.
Yeah, quarantine could lift. So, and then when I came back, I remember you came back to Bombay obviously for work, and then you were looking for a place. And thankfully, like, for whatever reason, I had another flatmate who had to move out, and then I was looking for somebody, and I was like, damn, oh my god, like now we get to
Reunited.
now we get
Reunited.
reunited. We get to be flatmates now after all of this.
I
We get to
know.
be flatmates. Oh,
Exactly.
was-
That's again another reason why we say that our lives are so intertwined.
so aligned.
Like they always like go like that.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. And we live with another friend of ours. Her name is Suvigya.
Yes.
So hi Suvigya.
Shout out to Suvigya.
Yeah,
we started living together.
We started living together. So that was like another like feather.
This was
in a hat of
2021 to 2020. Yeah.
So this was 2021.
2021.
We started living together.
Yeah.
And we were flatmates.
Yeah.
And not just that, we were working together. We
started working together, yeah.
Yeah, we were modeling together. We were doing shows together.
Bombay Fashion Week, Delhi Fashion Week, all these Times Fashion Weeks.
Times Fashion Weeks.
And I started doing Blackberry Fashion Weeks.
So we were traveling together, we were working together.
Yeah, shoots together.
Doing shoots together.
And I think when we started working, I realized in these past 3-4 years that you are my friend who knows me in and out and is also in the industry. So we have like
even
when
professionally,
you feel like we are from such backgrounds, we don't have anybody actually in the industry, and we have started out like just by ourselves. So you don't have anyone. And you can't really, it's hard to trust people so easily. It take time to build that friendship and that relationship. But I feel I've realized that in these past years, I've realized that you are my person in the industry. You know how you take people with yourself and move forward. I feel like you are my person in the industry. You know me in and out. You've seen me for 10 years.
This girl, I have trusted you since day one. I think since the time I saw you. I'm not being romantic. No, but since the time I saw you in Diamond Hour Hostel, Mumbai, ever since I have trusted you and I have known you because I know when I auditioned you in college for the fashion committee, I trusted you. I know this is the girl I could work with. This is the girl I could chill with. This is the girl I could, do a fashion show with.
Yes.
And we still do. And we still do. And I know I can have a lot of fun with you.
Yes.
We can rave together.
Yes.
We can work together.
Yes.
And I can trust you.
And we can help each other emotionally also.
Yeah. And
such deep conversations.
That is a woman thing. I
think that's a woman thing.
Or at least
No, I think it's I think we understand each other in every aspect. Like I remember us not talking for 6-7 months and me just randomly sending you pictures that tell me what's good for what outfit should I wear for this event. You're like, yeah, cool, go ahead with this. Or maybe just randomly telling you, okay, I think I'm having a midlife crisis or something. Not really wording it out, but then I know that, understanding each other and being there for each other all the time. So, I mean, there was a certain amount of trust that I had.
Absolutely.
We both had.
And I think that's because we can understand each other on a lot of levels. Coming from the same army background.
Also.
Same college.
Yes.
We both were from the same city.
From Delhi. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah, Delhi also.
And then living in Mumbai.
Yeah.
Being in the same Miss India pageant. That is rare.
And if you think about right now how we've spoken about everything, now that I'm thinking about it, there's so many. We are long lost sisters.
So coming back. Coming back to our, the first thing that we said, that's why we are long lost sisters, because our lives have been intertwined. I can't have said it too
much. And in fact, I feel right now I should also mention that I think it was like 1 or 2 months ago, and you've been in and out of Bombay, and it's been 1 or 2 months ago, and you decide, okay, now I want to look for a flat in Bombay, and I want to move here. And when we started chatting randomly, and we said, you know what, we've been talking about so many things, we give so much gyan to each other, and it's so fruitful and helpful. I think we should start a podcast. I think you said we should start a podcast. And why not? And it's been a month, and now you're living in the same society. The stars are still aligning. Like it's 2025, and now we're living in the same society.
Basically. So basically, that's why, that's why we wanted to do this as well. Because first of all, she's the only person I thought I know I can do this with.
Same.
And that's why we wanted to come here and talk about fashion, lifestyle, beauty, pageants, beauty pageants, and
us.
travel and us because because you're the long lost sisters, and I think we have a lot to talk about. And since now universe has given us enough chances and has told us enough times that you are supposed to do something together, we thought, okay, let's also like give it a shot.
The universe has been slapping us together. Job hai wapas. Wapas ja saate hain.
Job.
It's like every 2 years we're like, okay, back together. Like, dude, I think now we're just supposed to be together.
And also, when I first met her, it was 2015. And
this is 2025.
And it's been 10 years.
10 years of our friendship.
Yeah, so this is our 10-year friend-anniversary. Is that too nerdy?
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, so 2015. So 2015. Oh my god. So 2015 to 2025, 10 years, and we're doing a podcast together.
Yes.
We have done some amazing stuff together and been on the same pageant, walked ramp shows together, and we've been in the same college,
lived in the same house.
Lived in the same house. And we've experienced being in such a tough competitive industry together. And we're just so lucky to have had each other. And I think barely anyone can say that they have done it with their sister.
Oh, that's true.
And I think that just makes me so confident about myself that, okay, I'm not alone.
That's exactly what I also feel like. I'm not alone in this. Like, I know I have you. These years have helped us together, and I feel like this is just a gift that we're giving to ourselves. And in this journey, if we can help anyone out there.
Yeah. Because, we kind of try to look for a path, and somehow we've gotten somewhere. And talk about our experiences, and if it helps anyone, well, you're welcome.
How do we end it? And that's why we're here. Bas nahi.
Yeah. Nah. I think, I don't know. You tell me, how do we end it?
Yeah. How do we end it? I think that's it. The end.
I'll see you
later.
Next time.
Right. Okay. So
hope to see you. I don't know how to say.
Okay.
I don't know, how do people end? We never watched a full podcast.
That's so stupid. Yeah. So stupid. How do you say bye?
Okay. Bye. All right.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I just hope everything is recorded and fun.